Hi, welcome. So, we're going to continue with our Power BI series. And in this video, we are going to be talking specifically about conditional formatting in Power BI. So, there are times when you don't want to create a chart like pie chart or a column chart, but you just want to keep your data in tables, but then you want to be able to highlight certain parts of the data so that you can draw the attention of the viewer to certain things that are happening in the data and tell a better data story. So conditional formatting is something which is very helpful in this kind of situations. And we've looked at it in Excel before as part of this challenge and part of this series. So we are going to look at it, how it's done in Power BI. So let's just go straight to the computer and look at conditional formatting in Power BI. So we have this data set we've been using. I'm going to leave a link to this data in the description of this video. And this data already has relationships that we've built. So there is this link between the customer code and the customer code here. So the customers table is linked to the sales table with the common name customer code. And the sales table is linked to the staff table with this common column. On the staff table is called matricule number. On the sales table is called staff code. So we also did some cleaning. You can always go back and take a look at the previous videos, especially the video of getting these relationships in place, and also some basic cleaning that we did with the Power Query. So here we are going to look at how to do conditional formatting. So let's just go to the report view, create a table here. Just take maybe product. Let's just say we want to see the performance of our products, and then we want to be able to have our product in terms of revenue. Let's drop revenue here, and then we want to be able to have maybe units sold. Let's just put it here, for example. So how do we do our conditional formatting? So what you would do is you would come to, let's say, revenue, for example. Then when you click on it, on this arrow that is pointing down here, you would see a list of options, and one of the options is conditional formatting. So when you click on the conditional formatting here, these are some of the options that you have: background color, font color, data bars, icons. So if you're an Excel user, you already be comfortable because you've seen some of this already in Excel. But then even if you haven't seen it before, they are very intuitive. Like I said, Power BI, most of the things here are straightforward. So let's just go get a look, and then you're going to see how you can continue to improve on your visuals with this. So I've clicked on background color as the first one. And then now we want to see how we can apply it to our revenue here. So here, if you can see, we have gradient as the default here, or we can go to rules here where you say if this value is equal to or greater than this percent and this and that. Like if you've used Excel, you would already have seen something like this before. So you can either set rules like this to be able to get your conditional formatting, or you just use the gradient here. Or the third one is to just find a value. What value should we base this on? So you choose a specific value here. I just want you to base this value maybe on this amount in revenue or so, and then we just specifically give a value here. So let us get to our gradient here, and then we are saying what field should we base this on. So we say we want to base it on revenue, and then we are talking about the sum of revenue. So you could decide to put it on average of revenue, minimum, maximum, count distinct, that's unique count, standard deviation, variance, median. So there are many options you can use here to be able to get your summarization. So what is said, the next question is, how should we format empty values? So we can format empty values as 0, or we do not format them, or we give a specific color to the when we have missing values. So for now, we're just going to leave it as 0, but this is an option which, based on your visual, you might want to change to pass a certain information across. Now here we want to go to the lowest value. So what color do you want the lowest value to be? So if, for example, I want the lowest value to be this color, then if I click here, it means the lowest starts from here. And I want maybe the highest value to be a specific color. So maybe this, I could leave it at this. So would be the lowest value and this would be the highest value. Then I might decide to add a middle value. So if I want a middle value, I can say let the gradient move from this to this and right up to this one. So just doing this and I press OK, I'm able to see here that we get these colors appearing. So we already know that if this is the low, this is the high. So we already see what we did there. So this is not the most beautiful presentation, or let's say the best colors to choose, but then that was just to show you how you can be able to use those colors to get what you want, like presentation for your audience. So another thing you can, let's look at another one which is commonly used, because as now you know where the conditional formatting is, so it'll be easier for you to know how to find it and how to play with it. So let's look at one that is also commonly used. So let us go here and then we are going to get to our unit soul. Remember here, click, go to conditional formatting, and then we can go, and if for example you want to do color bars, data bars, or font color. So if I go to font color, as you can see, there is still the gradient and there are the rules. So the rules here, you go if that we are going to look at that more in icons, but then you can always change the rules as you want. Then we are saying what is the lowest value, what is the highest value here. So just like we saw here. Now let's go to data bars. And then I know data bars is something that maybe you most likely use. So let's go there and we do that. So I'm going to click here again, go again to conditional formatting. Then I take data bars. And as you can see, it is saying either you want to just show only the bars, which means there will be no numbers here, just bars, which may not be what you want. And you might want to say, I want the lowest value, you enter the value here, or the highest value, you enter the value here. A positive bar, what would the positive bar look like? So let's just click on OK for now. And as you can see, you have your bars here. So if you want to order them or sort them, you see that as just put this, somebody is able to see clearly that this rice was really a good high performer and the bars are really long, and then you have this in this order. So you can easily get this information and without passing through, maybe going through a chart or a graph, using these data bars. So another interesting conditional formatting you might want to see and maybe you want to use. So let me just go back, undo, so that we can still do it here. I'm going to go back again here, go to unit soul, click on conditional formatting. This time we click icons. So if you've been using Excel, you'll be used to this. So it is like separating into 1/3. So if the value is below the 33%, then put this diamond red. If it is between the 33 and the 67, give us this orange, and then above that, give us the green. So if I just click OK without tweaking anything, I already get this being displayed here. So you see already that this is what I get, and you can go back there and modify the rules to be able to suit your specific business rules or the specific information that you want to pass across. So conditional formatting, all you just need to do is go here, click down here, go to your conditional format, choose if you want background, font color, data bars, icons, and in background still you can choose the gradient, or you can be able to set the rules same here, same here. So you can do that, tweak your rules as much as you want, and be able to get the output and the visual that you want, so that you can communicate to your audience how you want them to get your visualization story. So I hope you've been able to learn how to use conditional formatting in Power BI. So see you next video. Wish you good data luck.